Hey guys, Alex Death3 here and welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be about my top 5 Swedish underground black metal bands. And so yeah, be sure to like and subscribe if you're new to this channel, and also follow me on Instagram if you want to follow me on a more daily basis. With that all said and done, let's get right into some black metal. First off, I just want to say that the most black metal bands that I've, like, at least the most Swedish black metal bands that I've listened to have been underground. Not because that I just like searched for underground bands. It's just like I just think the underground bands are more, I mean, like, they're just better than the other bigger bands. The first Swedish underground black metal band that I want to mention is Istapp. Istapp means icicle in English, and Istapp classifies as a melodic black metal band, and they're from Mjölvik, Sweden, and they've been active for about, I want to say, 15 years. I think they started out in, well, they did start out in 2005, and yeah, their main lyrical themes are winter, anti-light, anti-sun, and anti-Christianity. As you can hear, it's in the winter, so I mean, they like the cold. But yeah, and my favorite two albums of them are probably Frostbiten and Blekinge. Blekinge is a town in Sweden, and Frostbiten means frost, a frost, not bite, a frost piece, I believe. Not icicle, but just like a frost, something frosty, and it's a piece of that. And my favorite songs on their albums are Må det aldrig tö, Snowball Earth, and I want to say Blekinge, the self-titled one. And what makes them special, I feel, is just like, I like, when I listen to them, I get the feeling that it is winter, and that they like capture you, and just like, it's like when you put your headphones on and you're just walking alone and you put on their music, it's like, it just feels like all of a sudden it's winter. So if you listen to them in the middle of summer, even though it might be like 40 degrees Celsius or whatever, you're gonna feel like it's winter. And so yeah, that was Istapp. The next band that I want to mention is Valkyrja. Despite their name Valkyrja, they don't have any connection to pagan, heathen, or like Viking metal whatsoever. It's just a name. And they have been playing straight black metal for about 16 years. They started out in 2004 and they're still going strong. And they come from Stockholm, Sweden. So their top, or like what they usually sing about, is death, nihilism, and also violence. And my favorite albums by them are The Invocation, Demise, and Contamination. Both of them are really good, and I believe those are their first two albums. Their most recent one that they released 2019 or 18, I believe, I'm not really sure, is also really good. It's a really strong album. They have some really good catchy songs on there, and I saw them when they were touring with that album. And so yeah, there's nothing wrong with all their albums. These are just my favorite. And some of my favorite songs on those albums are Purification and Demise, also Plague, Death, and Oceans to Dust. I really suggest that you listen to Oceans to Dust because it's just awesome. And what makes them stand out a little bit from all of the bands in the world, I guess, is that of course I haven't seen all of the bands live, but just particularly this black metal band. It's kind of a magical, not like magical like woo magic, but I mean, like, you just get a feeling like they bring this whole, like, everybody in the crowd just gets into the same mood, I believe. Like, they just get into this headset. I don't know what kind of headset, but everybody just gets into it. Of course, every person gets into the band at a concert that they have paid for. They should, otherwise what are they doing there? Like, but yeah, they really have their own sound, and I also feel myself that they have some more death influences also in their black metal, but that's just me per se. But otherwise they are really like strong, full-on black metal. So yeah, you should definitely go check them out. I'll leave a link to all of the bands that I'll mention here down below, so you can all go check them out. The next Swedish black metal band that I want to mention is Avslut. Avslut means like an ending in Swedish, and they've been active for only 4 years, I believe, but they're they're as big as both Istapp and Valkyrja. I believe they still have a decent amount of listeners, at least on like if you look at Spotify. They've been active since 2016. They play straight black metal and they're from Stockholm. And their main lyrical themes are hatred, misery, and like despair, a little bit like misanthropy and such. And as I've said in other videos, I don't know why. Well, I kind of do know why, of course, but I really enjoy metal with dark lyrical themes and like pain, misery, misanthropy, and all of this. And so if you like that too, I really suggest that you listen to Avslut. They have English songs and Swedish songs. They don't really have like, I don't remember what band, they don't have it like Sabaton, like they have the same song in both Swedish and English, but they sing in both languages. I think they sing in Swedish more than English, but you know, metal is metal. It still sounds good as hell. But yeah, my favorite album by them is Vanskap, and my favorite, and then I have a favorite EP by them. It's not an album, it's just an EP. But that one is called Förslavad. Förslavad means enslaved, and both of them are just, I feel like they're most raw albums, and I just like the raw pain and like pain sound. I really like that a lot. And also my favorite songs on them are Mörkrets disharmoni, which means like the darkness disharmony. I think so. And then I also like their song Förslavad, and I also like their song Misär. Misär I guess means misery. And yeah, so what makes them special? I like this band once again because they have this really nice, at least their first albums, they don't have that, like, they don't have so much production, and like it doesn't sound so produced, because I like the produced sound. Like before I even got into like real black metal, like when I started listening to Advent Sorrow, and they really had a lot of like distortion and all of that. I listened to Behemoth, and Behemoth is good, especially their old stuff, but like before I really got into that and I only listened to like death metal and melodic death metal, I was like, why does it sound so like raw and like unproduced, and like, so that's why I listened to Behemoth, because they still had like the black metal vibe and all of the like tremolo pickings and everything, but it was more produced, and I had gone through more stuff, and I was like, oh, this is nice. But you know, then I grew up a little bit and I was like, this is better. So yeah, they really have this raw, like really, I can't say masculine, they have a lot of power in their vocals and in their music, so it just captures you. I think I'm gonna say that all of these bands capture you guys in different ways, because I don't know why, but like every time I listen to all of these bands, I just get into a specific headset. Everything just turns off like around me, and I'm just by myself. I'm just listening to the band, and I'm just like peaceful. But yeah, so that was Avslut, and I guess I just avslutade det. I just ended that. But yeah, let's move on to the next band. And the next band's name is Arckanum. Arckanum is a black metal band from Sweden. I think they are from Mora, Sweden, which is like in the middle of Sweden. And they recently split up. I think they split up in 2018, so they've been going on for since 1992 until 2018. I don't really know the cause of why they broke up, but they did, and that's just really sucky because they're awesome as hell. Their lyrical themes are anti-cosmic Satanism and also chaos Gnosticism. I personally am not really sure what that means. I should have checked it out before this video, but they make awesome music. They have awesome lyrics. So anyways, my favorite album by them is called Kostoger. Yeah, I just feel like out of all of their albums, demos, and EPs, this one just brings the most out of them. This is really like the best of them. Of course, they've created other good things, but I really think this album just shows really how good they are and what they can bring to the table in the metal world. So yeah, my favorite songs on that particular album and from them in general are the songs Skogens minnen väcks, which means the forest memories awaken. And yeah, you should definitely go check that song out. It's a really like, it's just a vibe, I believe. Is that like, that's the slang that we're dealing with right now, but it just, as once again, it captures you and you're just like, whoa. Like from the first time I ever heard this band was with this song, and I was just, from that moment on, I was like, can black metal really get better than this? Sometimes it can, but this is just really awesome. So this is just a straight black metal vibe, and I think like this band in particular, even I don't want to say that I don't want to say this just because they're old and they started out in the 90s, but they really bring more Norwegian black metal vibe into them, because they have a lot of distortion and stuff. The other bands that I've mentioned before still have distortion, and obviously all of these have been produced and like have their own production and so on, but I feel like this just one has like more power into it, and they don't really tone back or hold back the distortion in any way. So I really think that they should get like cred for this, because like black metal has gone through a lot of changes in like that. All music has changed, everything changes all the time in life. Nothing is everything is just temporarily, everything is in constant change, and the same with black metal. It has been through a lot of changes. There's still like the original raw sound with black metal, and then it's just gone in different directions ever since black metal became black metal. So what I want to say is that these have like more preserved the original black metal sound that was first considered black metal. But yeah, so that's what I can say about this band. You should definitely go check them out. They're really, really, really good. And yeah, so let's move on to the last and final band. And the last band that I'm gonna mention in this video is the band Svart. Svart is a Swedish, of course, a Swedish black metal band. They just play straight black metal, but I also think that they should have, if you want to be really picky, you could also consider them as DSBM, like depressive suicidal black metal, due to their lyrics. Their lyrical themes revolve around existential issues, hate, like hatred, darkness, and occultism. And yeah, so this band has been going on, they went on for 7 years. They started out in 2007 and they split up, or I don't really know the story behind it, but they split up or stopped playing with each other in 2014. So 7 years strong, and during those 7 years they produced a lot of good black metal. I really love this band. In my darkest period of my life, I would say this band just was there for me. I can say I sound really emo now maybe, but this band just, wow. So when it comes to their lyrical themes, as I said, existential crisis and everything, that is also what like makes them special, or like why I like them so much, because they don't really like just maybe, for example, just sing about depression and say, oh, depression sucks or whatever, or they talk about like it's like their lyrics are personal. Like the singer and the people that have written the lyrics talk about everything from their own view, their own experience, their own pain, their own misery, and their own like angst and everything. And that's what like makes it, well, like why I like it, because they made their music really personal. Of course, every artist makes their music personal for themselves, but I just feel like this one really like, well, they really just went in depth about different kind of mental issues and different kind of like feelings and thoughts and stuff that might not be so like accepted in society or whatever. So I just find that it's really just awesome, and I like their lyrics a lot, and in my darkest period in my life, I could relate to a lot of them. My favorite albums by them are Vanära, Vanmakt och Avsmak, and my favorite song is the same title as the album that I just said, so Vanära, Vanmakt och Avsmak. And then I have another favorite album by them, which is another favorite album by them, which is Våran tid är förbi. And the other songs that I like by them there are Den absoluta tomheten och Medmänsklighet. And den absoluta tomheten means the absolute emptiness, and medmänsklighet means like I would say humanity, like just being humane and so on. So yeah, that's what I like about them. They have really personal, dark lyrics that just can make you feel engaged with them, and you can like connect with them, especially if you feel the same as them. I believe. I mean, it can be pretty hard for someone that's like, I don't know, if like a happy minion from Despicable Me to like dig this music because I don't know, they're happy, I guess. I don't know. Weird acronym. But yeah, so I hope you guys all enjoyed my top 5 Swedish underground black metal bands, and I'm probably also gonna make my top 5 depressive suicidal black metal bands as soon as I can. I've been working pretty hard on these videos because it's really hard for me to narrow all of these down to just 5 bands, but that is why I'm going to mention some honorable mentions. The honorable mentions are, once again, as I've said in another video, Wormwood. I've talked about Wormwood in another video. I think that it was posted before this one. Go check it out if you haven't already. And then Hypothermia, Watain, not that small, not small at all, but I listen to them a lot as well. Avslut, and also I want to say Shining. That is also an awesome Swedish black metal band. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you're new and you want to keep watching more of me, and make sure to comment down below what you thought about this video and what more videos you want me to post. I can do about anything. So yeah, stay tuned for more content and listen to Svart and cry at the same time.